Okay. Saturday, the temperatures, like I said, are surging. Like mad. They're getting up to 43 sometimes. If you get near, and that's not considering, like one time I was in Delhi, and I was practically collapsing, and I told one man it's only about 45. Why am I feeling so bad? And he says, is because you're standing in the black pavement, you've got cement all over, and if you take a temperature of what it is right now here, it's 55. And I went, oh, okay, I see. I see. So, still I'm alive, 55. I've been in the hospital many times for dehydration and everything. So just a, so I don't know if that encourages somebody or says, man, take care of yourself. Okay, whatever. Okay, so before I was able to buy some water coconuts, have them around, but they're at 80 rupees. Good water coconuts, 80 rupees. 80 rupees, that's $1. So you get a water coconut, might as well, that's too much. So what I did, I made investigations, the AI investigations, and right there, Nori, Noriel. Noriel means a coconut. Noriel pani. Now this Noriel pani, it's made by freeze drying it. It preserves most of the essence by freeze drying it. Now, I have got some slack because people say that, the coconut is worshipable. It's worshipable. There's no doubt about it. It's worshipable. So it should be treated like that. So they're upset that that I'm drinking something that's, so processed. But that little packet right there may cost me 18 rupees. That's about it. Instead of paying 80 rupees, I'm paying 1/4, so about 25 cents that little packet. So what I do is I just take about 3 or 4 of them during the day because it's hot. They keep the heat down. And of course, just to keep a little bit of, this is a brand that's nobody even knows what it is. They don't know if it's freeze dried or whether it's heat dried. But heat dried is still good. That's not that it's not good at all. And that's about 10 rupees, a little packet. That, so I just had this one on for, in between meals. And then the other one, at the proper times, the morning, noon, and night, to keep everything nice. So if anybody lives in, we lived in a desert when I was a child. And if somebody is suffering from, dehydration, you don't give them water. It's the worst thing. It's too hard for their stomach. So what you do is just take a little cloth, roll it up, and use that cloth as a straw. Or like right there, they even show a straw. You pull it in. You don't drink it like madman. That'll just upset the stomach and everything. Well, I know the symptoms and everything, so I have it down. I just roll out of bed, and I mean roll out of bed, roll over here to the table, open my little packet, put it in my water, and I put a little bit of Himalaya's pink salt, a touch of it. Now, I don't want to wake up, at 4:30 in the morning. I don't want to wake up the mitochondria when the mitochondria should be woken up, after sunrise. So all these ingredients, they don't wake up the mitochondria. And if you don't wake up the mitochondria, then it goes into a survival mood and it asks new neurons. So that's what you want. You want new neurons in your body, not old ones circulating. So it's a trick. Your body won't do that unless, it tells the telomeres are holding the new ones, but they just give you the old ones if you don't ask for the new ones. So that's what I'm doing right now. I just roll this guy up tight, suck on it, and pull on my drink right there, and be back in motion again. Okay, thank you very much. I feel that that's necessary this time of the year. It's like hot. Like right now in the room, it's in 30s in the morning. Of course, you say, well, I know they help. I know the swamp coolers help. I've, had swamp coolers in the desert of El Paso and every place like that. But I just can't handle those guys hitting me with their wind. It's like you're really displacing everything. And yes, oh sure, why don't you turn on a fan? Yeah, you can see that my water's not even moving. No, I don't have a fan on either. I have an exhaust fan because the exhaust fan, it's throwing the artificial air out, but the natural air is coming in and hitting me. So that's what I want. I want natural air. I don't want air that has been processed and everything. So I just put on the exhaust fan. It makes too much noise to have it on right now. But I'll put that exhaust fan on and the air will come in and it makes me nice and cool. And if I want to, I can just put some, on the window, I can put some, I have netting, the burlap netting. It doesn't have to drip that much, just burlap netting on the window, turn the exhaust fan in, and the temperature goes down in this room. There's so many ways to do stuff naturally, and if you just try, then you can come up with so many other ways. Yeah. Don't always just jump for the air conditioner. Oh my God. Those things are like hectic. Anyways, they're finding out that it's too costly anymore to have an air conditioner. So they're having solar with a combination of salt and being able to cool the room down. They haven't released what it is, but they've gone that far. Okay, I'll leave you right now and I'll take my little drink. Thank you very much and have a nice day, and Chant Hare Krishna. Some people they're so worried, 16 rounds. Well, I almost have 32, and by the time I walk out of my room, I'm going to have 48. So, it gets a little nuisance when people get too wound up and says it's impossible. No, it's not impossible. It's possible. Just it's people put so many things on top of their head and they can't do it. Okay. Haribol.